invite Professor Rajalakshmi Tripathi ji. And interestingly, Rajalakshmi ji is working with Shakti. She is a lifetime member, and they are running a very interesting program, Mother's Kitchen. And I have been talking to them, and in fact, one of our lecture series, we already have started with Shakti. The way they are taking the initiative, in English, there's a saying called take the bull by horn. So literally they have taken this moment, and I would request Professor Rajalakshmi ji to share your points of view, as well as how you would be taking this post the conclusion of the lecture series. With that, Rajalakshmi ji, floor is yours.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच। सबसे पहले तो मैं माँ भारती के चरणों में प्रणाम करती हूँ। आज का अत्यंत पावन दिवस आपने चुना। आप सबके अंदर विद्यमान ईश्वर को प्रणाम करती हूँ, आपके माता पिता को प्रणाम करती हूँ, अपने माता पिता को प्रणाम करती हूँ, और उन सभी व्यक्तियों को प्रणाम करती हूँ जिन्होंने आज के दिवस को सार्थक किया। उन सभी गुरुओं को मेरा सादर नमन। आहार क्रांति के लिए हम मदर्स किचन का एक जो प्रकल्प प्रारंभ किया है, वी हैव स्टार्टेड अ प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ मदर्स किचन थ्रू शक्ति। शक्ति, वी ऑल नो, मीन्स द एम्पावरमेंट. It is the feminine expression. And yesterday I was discussing with Ankita ji ki why it is Shakti. Because the Shakti or the energy comes from mitochondria. And the mitochondria in every child is given by the mother. So that is why Shakti. And it very rightly relates to the project Mother's Kitchen. The energy has to come from Mother's Kitchen, and all the nutrition has to come from Mother's Kitchen. I have been teaching nutrition since 27 years. So it's been a long journey. And during my this tenure, I would like to share few of my experiences and how I foresee. First of all, I would like to share what Mother's Kitchen is doing. We are compiling the traditional recipes of each area from different states in India. And the compilation will consist of all the local ingredients, locally grown things, and the local products which have been a part of our kitchen for a long time. And sometimes some of them are missing, so we are trying to research them and bring it into a document form so that it is available for each and everyone, because nowadays the raw materials are easily available. So it can be distributed through the social media to the whole of the world, and they can also enjoy the traditional nutritious recipes. And of course the local people can follow it and prove the slogan, think global and eat local. My experiences with nutrition have been very exciting for me. I have looked after a hostel of girls for 16 years, and it accommodated 700 students, 700 girls. We are talking about balanced nutrition, and nutrients, of course, they come from food, but they will be received by your body, or they will be available biologically only if you take them at the right time. So we have to be very particular about the human circadian cycle or the biological clock which is in our body. So the intake of food, the time of intake of food, the moment, the way you take the food is very important. In our hostel, I will call it my hostel because I myself was a student of that hostel, which later on I became the warden as a part-time warden. We started our routine at 5 a.m. with the distribution of milk and bread or biscuit, whatever is the choice of the students. And the next meal was served from 9:30. It was a full lunch. There was no Western concept of breakfast. we used to give them full lunch comprising of dal, roti, sabzi, dahi, which was given for all 365 days in different forms according to season. So we have done it, and then a green vegetable, which is fresh greens. It has to be a green vegetable, and then roti and rice, roti and chawal, or salad if possible. Otherwise, we will give them one onion and one tomato to use as per their choice, and whenever they want, so they have to have some source of vitamins and minerals as well. So this was one experiment, and the result I will not discuss more in detail. We used to serve them one snack in the afternoon, say about 3 o'clock, and the dinner was served sharp at 6:30. It started at 6:30 and ended maximum at 8:30. And the result was the girls performed exceptionally well academically, in sports, in cultural. So they were always in the top ranking, top notches of the any list of the college. Whether it be academic achievement, all the gold medalist, maximum gold medalist from the hostel, though they must have not have the same achievements in their school years. I have had students who had a 12th result was a second division, and when they came to college, they could be the merit holders, one or second, first or second position holders. So that is one of the result. And one more project was taken up by me in a residential school, because all the controlled condition, we take it as a research project. So here is a school, Satyaprakash Public School, where we took the controlled environment, monitored. We just nutritional assessment of their diet and related it to their cognitive achievements in the form of their exam results. So these were the two experiments, and I have been associated with the development of Nutri-Smart villages for through Kitchen Gardens. Now that project has been taken up by the all 9 zonal project coordinating units of ICAR. So it has been a long journey for almost 1 year, educating KVK scientists, and through them educating the people they're related to the villages. And there the problem of timing is not an issue, and only the inclusion of the nutritious substances were concerned, because their circadian cycle is in comparison to urban places is quite okay. So these are my findings, and when we go to the schools, we will be we'll be planning to educate the students by exhibiting the raw material. We have developed a raw material exhibition, which is a portable one, and we carry it to the places where we want to educate the children. So once they see the raw material, they feel it, they can identify the things present at their home, and they can ask mothers. So the children will become the source of inspiration or the messengers to bring those things for which their teachers will be inspiring them. And of course, the all detailed program is there. So this is, and then they can have a chart in the classroom every day reporting which lentil they had, which cereal they had, how much they had, and that way that awareness will come into the first priority of their routine. So this is how I propose the education has to be the first step, awareness and education, and gradually the implementation will follow itself. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yellowji Rao sir, for giving me an opportunity on such an important platform. It has been my pleasure to work for nutrition. Thank you so much.
Dhanyavad, Rajalakshmi ji. Very inspiring. What is that? Nari Shakti, right? Yatra Naryantu Pujante Ramante Tatra Devataha. So you are all taking care of the families, motivating. And now there's a new initiative added to your mother's kitchen, that what we eat, how we can eat it in such a way that it is balanced for not only our health, but also the health of future generations. With that, thank you for all the panelists for your inspiring words, sharing your thoughts.